So we are live, yes. Hello everyone, welcome to Cricket Calling. I'm your host Indrani. Today is Rishab Pant versus Shubman Gill at Firuzshah Kotla. I wish I could go there. It's getting inside the stadium is quite a deal actually, especially Firuzshah Kotla. It's so challenging. I mean, you have to go through a lot of people, a lot of. I hope it becomes very fan friendly IPL in days to come, because this is what the ticket pricing is going up. It's hitting the roof. It's quite expensive, even the gallery tickets. You want to take the entire family, it's not easy out there on the pocket. So yeah, it's Rishabh Pant versus Shubman Gill. Rishabh, of course, I was hearing other day, he's still not in his at his best, because the way he's striking the ball, there's a little bit of rustiness which is there, which we don't see with Dhoni. I don't know what he does, what Dhoni eats, what he does throughout the year, despite not playing throughout the year. It's so good. Rishabh is still looking rusty. That's what people are saying, but I don't agree to that statement. We're joined by, to take this discussion forward, we're joined by Mr. Abhijit Sarkar, former CEO of Pune Warriors. We have Kabir from the SG. We have Archivan Bhaduri from Times of India, Calcutta. He's the senior assistant editor. Welcome, gentlemen. So,
Thank
other
you.
day, Mr. Abhijit Sarkar sir, Mr. Abhijit Sarkar sir. Wow. So, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, do you think Mr. Rishabh Pant is looking little rusty, which he shouldn't be looking? This team is about to be, I mean, a provisional squad is about to be announced very soon. Your thoughts whether Rishabh is absolutely fit to be the number one keeper for India in the T20 World Cup? Oh, look at those numbers.
Indranil,
Abhijit sir.
Indranil, I'm very surprised by these so-called critics. A person who has come out from a life-threatening accident and the way he has
Absolutely.
bounced back. It is
Yeah.
amazing. It is
Yeah.
amazing, and he's outstanding at behind the wickets. The way he's playing, he's all shots and all the unique shots he plays. Of course, he has to be rusty because if they are calling he's rusty, it's because the whole Delhi batting is vulnerable. The middle order is not playing. Yes, there is a question mark. He should come up the order or he should be down the order. That can be a question mark. The question can be raised that he should come up the order the way he's playing, because he's not playing. He's not able to play. They are losing easy wickets, and in the that overs also they are losing wickets. In the first 6 overs, they are also not performing. So the pressure is on him. He cannot. After coming out from that accident, the way he has come back, he cannot take all the responsibilities. He is captaining the side also. So I think the way he is playing, his reflexes, his all the reflexes in the batting also. I think he's a natural choice for the Indian team for the World Cup.
Okay. Mr. Bhaduri, your choice is
Yeah,
it going
yeah.
to be Sanju Samson, KL Rahul, or Rishabh? Who's the number one choice?
No, you have to take Rishabh Pant. You have to take Rishabh Pant because he is a
Number one, number
impact.
one.
Of course, because Rahul will also be there. I am sure that Rahul will also be there. But if you go by impact player, he is a one impact player who can change the fate of the match any day single-handed. And you have to give it to him. I remember once, I was talking to Mr. Venki Mysore, and at that time, Russell was not doing very well. Andrew Russell was not doing well. So I asked him, "No, why are you still backing him? You should rest him and give somebody else chance." So he said that, see, we have taken Russell in the knowing that if he clicks for 4 or 5 matches for us, he will win it for us. So if we know that we can win 4 or 5 matches with this person, I have to back him, so that he
True.
can make a difference. So these are the people, these are the players who can make a difference, and you have to back those people. Maybe they will not click every match, and that is happening now also. But what Ovijit Shakkar sir was saying was very true. I think the expectation from Pant was so high, and maybe the other players are thinking, okay, Pant is there behind, he will back it up. But you have to understand, he is coming from such a threatening injury. It's not easy to come and have a 35 ball
True.
70 at this
Absolutely.
stage. He will take time. He will take time. But I think that expectation from the Delhi camp is too much on Pant now. But as he is there, so he will be able to do that. But I think there should be people who will raise their hands and take their no. I will take the responsibility. Then I think Pant will be playing far more freely.
All right. Kabir, your thoughts on Pant?
No, I agree with Abhijit sir and Arshman sir as well. I feel like Pant has been taking responsibility actually. As these gentlemen mentioned, he's got a lot of expectations on him, and I think he's proving everyone that he can take responsibility. He's rustiness. I don't feel like it's the rustiness that everyone's talking about. He's actually taking responsibility and taking his time and playing fully for Delhi because he knows there is no one behind him. He needs to finish games and he is trying to do that, and that's why maybe people are thinking he's rusty because his strike rate isn't that great. But for a person who hasn't played a lot of cricket in the past year or so, I can't say he's looking rusty at all to me. He's middling
All
the ball
right.
pretty well. Last 2 3
Oh, yeah.
games. He's performed really well, and looking forward to seeing how he does as the IPL goes on.
Absolutely. वो गाना है अकेले है तो क्या गम है. So I know there are not too many fans of my songs. One is sitting
Okay.
out right up there, Mr. Avijit Sarkar and Archiman Bhaduri. They have been very critical. They don't appreciate talent. But coming back to talent, technique, temperament, we have this man called Shubman Gill and Yashasvi Jaiswal scoring 100. So who is going to be the choice for a backup opener or a main opener? What do you look at the numbers? 3,000 runs, one of the youngest to do so. We're from 99 matches and at an average of 38.12, strike rate 135. Strike rate probably could go up a little. We'd be very happy if it's hovering around 150 or something, 20, 50s and 300s. Shubman Gill was absolutely untouchable last year in the IPL. The way he batted, my God, it was absolutely a magic. Mr. Sarkar, your thoughts on Mr. Gill?
Look, the same story as Delhi. The GT has not come over as a unit. So again, the whole dependency as the batting is concerned. Look, Miller has failed. Abhinav Manohar has failed. The middle order is totally indecisive and vulnerable. So it's too much dependency on Shubman Gill besides the captaincy. They are of course missing Hardik Pandey and Shami also. So naturally that pressure is also there. So he's a youngster, and of course I will always I cannot miss because I always have a little bit of bias for Rishab Pant, but I don't deny that. But still, Shubman Gill is also a contender for the being a future captain of India. So these are the two guys who are the future of captain for India from my point of view. But the same thing as Delhi, that one thing I would like to raise, I just want to raise that people are saying that if like Shubman is playing in the opening slot, if Rishabh also comes in the opening slot, he will score. He can score lots of runs. The type of batting, the way he bats.
Absolutely.
So,
We need
but
some explosion right up the order.
of all the top batsmen of the world, either it's Adam Gilchrist, they started from down the order and ultimately they started opening when in one day cricket and ultimately in T20 cricket. So,
True.
but he is not able to take the risk because they need a finisher in down the order. So he's trying to play the role of a finisher. He tried to use his dear friend Lalit Yadav and all the players, but they don't have a finisher. But the same goes for Shubman Gill. He planned. Look, the way he planned and panned the innings against the table toppers Rajasthan Royals, and they smoothly defeated Rajasthan Royals. So the Shubham Gill plays well. GT wins, and they have a very good spin attack. I think
That's a good
the
point. I mean, similar problem. I mean, two teams clashing against each other.
the
Absolutely,
same
very
similar
well
problem.
explained.
And they got out to the hand. They have a point to prove today is that GT got out to a lowest score, and in spite of the very limitation of their attack, the Delhi lost 4 wickets. So we can realize the vulnerability of the Delhi batting as well. They in scoring 90, they lost 4 wickets. They ultimately won by 6 wickets. So it will be quite an interesting tussle because
Oh,
GT
I
has
thought
to
it's
prove a
not going to
point.
be interesting.
No,
I
because
thought
the
it's not
GT
going to
got
be
out to
interesting.
GT got out to a lowest total, so they want to they would like to prove a point today. And but there is a fight between the competition will be between the two spin attacks. Here, Rashid Khan, Noor, and the other spinner. Other side is Kuldeep Yadav, Akshar Patel. So depends the which team's spin attack clicks. That
Okay.
will be
All
an
right. All right.
interesting
All right.
tussle.
I want to know, Mr. Madhuri, we are sending Gautam Gambhir to Kolkata. You are sending Saurav Ganguly to Delhi. What is this? This crisscross happening. Why can't you keep Saurav there? We'll use Gautam Gambhir here. Why can't it happen like that?
This is unity in diversity in our country. You can go
Alright.
anywhere. You cannot. That's democracy. But yeah, you can. Shorodov's actually association with KKR was never very deep. I have never seen him. He played for the team also, but he got
Ah,
into an argument with Buchanan at that time, who was the coach, who
there
at
are two
that time
captains. Yeah.
two captains advocated the two captains theory, which didn't go well
Yeah.
with Shorodov. He actually made his unpleasantness openly. So all these things, it is not there. But for Gautam Gambhir, he somehow had something clicked with the sides. It sometimes happens, like Dhoni and Chennai. So these things, there some of the things happens with the franchises also, because this is franchisee cricket where uh, there are so many things
Very,
apart
very
from,
well said.
yeah,
No,
where
but
there are
do,
so many
do,
things
do you
apart to
think do you
happen.
think Saurav has clicked with DC?
I don't think so. I don't think so. As- so, uh, but yeah, Shourab is very. I mean, Shourav's ideas are, I think, is very dynamic, and he is one of the most well-read reader of the game I have seen. Means he
Yeah.
has watched one or two players in the Bengal camp I have seen, and I have said that, this player will have a future and this will not have a future, and that has really turned out like that also, because over the years I have seen Shourav. He has coming to Bengal coach practice sessions and watching them and say. So I know that Shourav has that eye and he has that cricketing knowledge, no doubt
I put
about that.
channel. Yeah.
But how far he can actually convey those things to those players, and how the players will be able to imbibe those things, that is also count. So it's both ways. Means the shortcomings might be coming from both ends, I will say.
All right, Kabir. If you look at DC, Kristen Stubb, I met him other day, and then Jake Fraser, right? If I can get his name right, and Kuldeep Yadav, and then you have Rishabh doing his bit. Jake Fraser, yeah, what a player! I was a young man, bubbling with energy. Ricky Ponting, of course, changed his stance because he had a wideish stance. Because when you're playing in India, you have to use your feet also. And a bottom hand player, powerful
Mhm.
player, he can really tongue the ball at will. And made a lot. Look at the Kuldeep Yadav's number, 81 matches, and he's been phenomenal. The way it's coming out of his hand, the ball, it's like a magic. He can really be a destroyer if he is fit for the World Cup. He'll be boom for us. Hopefully, he will. Be Christian stuff again for South Africa. What a lineup they have for the World Cup. But what do you think? These four guys. Look at these numbers. Not so great, but he's already created a lot of impact because he's playing under the tutelage of Ricky Ponting and Saurav Ganguly. A lot better than what he was doing from Mumbai Indians, where he didn't get a game. Your thoughts? These four guys are going to be real game changer for Delhi in because they all of a sudden uh, came out from the ashes and looking a lot better as a side. Two back-to-back games they won and then they lost. And this is happens. You have to take it on your stride. You win some, lose some. Now you see these four guys shaping the fortune of Delhi.
No, I agree. All of these guys are very important players for Delhi. But for me, Kuldeep Yadav, he's changed the trajectory of this Delhi team. He was injured for a while, and I remember we spoke about Kuldeep in the last show as well, and how he's getting to spin the ball more, even though he's bowling way quicker than he used to, especially at the Kotla ground where he will get a bit of help. I think Kuldeep and Akshar Patel as well. Both of them are Delhi's main weapon. Jake Fraser McGurk as well. The way he started this tournament off. I mean, in the start, of course, he didn't play, but the last three games, I'd got to see his. Uh, I'd got to see the game in Ekanath, DC versus LSG, and the way he batted that day, just outstanding. He's hitting the balls out of the park with ease, with absolute ease. So yeah, I mean, very surprising as well because not many people know of him, and he came in as a replacement player as well. But from what I've heard, he's a very he's very close to Ricky Ponting, and um, yeah, Tristan Stubbs as well. Tristan Stubbs in the middle order, I think, amazing acquisition for Delhi. Can play both ways, can hit the ball out of the park, can also take his time
Yes.
and build an innings, which I really like about him. He's a versatile player. Um, Also can give you a couple of overs, so that's always a plus point as well. So yeah, I think Delhi are looking last 3 or 4 games they're looking very decent, and let's see if they can continue the form in the home leg because they've got some home games coming up now.
So, Abhijit sir, your decision to buy some stakes in GT, will it go through or what? I'm also hearing Adani is going to be is lining up to be in that to acquire some stakes. Where do you see? I mean, the stakes have gone down for GT because Hardik is not there.
Not
Although
at all.
Hardik and GT are in the same town
Not
today.
at all.
Hardik has landed last night in Delhi, and GT is also playing Delhi today. So, your thoughts?
It's nothing like that. As
Okay,
I told you that the valuation will go up, and it is going
all
up.
right.
It all depends upon all depends upon the broadcasting rights, and the broadcasting rights are going up. So it's not because depending on the player or the performance. As I told you, even the team who is except GT and LSG, who comes at number 10 or 9 position, they are also earning around 250 to 300 crores because of the broadcasting rights. And if the
Yeah,
team RCB is performing the worst, they have the best support base, they have the highest sponsorship rights, they are earning the most. So don't forget that. I think I shared you
yes,
that figure yesterday night also. You
yes,
must have,
yes, you did.
yeah. So what I said earlier, that I was proven right because which I shared with you also. So and what more, the crowds are getting attracted because they love the way the batters are hitting. Now even 210 is not safe. No score is
Yeah,
safe in this IPL. In this because since the time BCCI has taken the coordination part of the curation of the pitches, there cannot be only localized control. Of course, the team has the right to use the which pitch they can use or watering of the pitches and all that locally. But as far as the overall balancing of the pitches, that is being done by BCCI. So you saw yesterday that is I think that is the highest scores chased in the Chennai pitch in the recent times. So, in spite of the fact that the Chennai team has a largest variation of attacks, 7 bowlers were used, and just because of that master stroke by the whomsoever's decision it was Rahul's or the coach's decision that they promoted Stoinis of the order. And in the press conference in Lucknow, also Stoinis was very aggressive that I want opportunity because when he was not getting to bowl, he went up to Rahul and said, why I'm not getting to bowl? I want to bowl more. So that's why he got the opportunity. He must have seen that why they were embracing each other. Stoinis was saying something to Rahul that are you happy or something like that. Much by his lips, I can understand. So he took the opportunity and he single-handedly won the match. In
absolutely.
spite 7 bowlers being used, and the great saying which you were saying that India are because of the super sub. This We are not having good all-rounders. What about these two promising all-rounders which we were saying in the recent
No, you
past?
have to certainly make them bold. I
Shardul
completely agree
Thakur,
with you.
Shardul Thakur and Deepak Chahar. What are they doing? Why aren't they? If they are not developing himself, even if you play 12th player or 13th player, that the team, if they have potential, they will come and perform. Today, if the Kapil they would have played, the Kapil they would have bowled. There are no, look, yesterday, 7 bowlers were used. Why not Shubham Dube was used?
Yes, I was coming to
Yeah.
that point. Yeah. In
So,
fact,
so, so,
why can't you make him bold?
why didn't you make him,
When you know he's the future,
future? So it's that you there is a lack of potential or maybe lack of effort or lack of determination or because of so much money pouring in. The look Shardul and Lord Thakur, which we call him, Lord Thakur and Deepak Chahar, they were the most promising all-rounders coming up the ladder, and now they are this year they are nowhere. And who are the other performers, all-rounders coming up? I don't see. We expect Shivam Dube to be an all-rounder, but even Sunny Bhai and everybody is saying we can call him a batsman. He has never bowled. If Dhoni is not getting him bowl, who always takes the risk, who always see the potential, who can visualize the potential of a player in advance, he is not getting him bowl. Then there is maybe he is seeing that no, he should more concentrate on the batting. So that and what else? It was an outstanding match yesterday. The way they chased down in a very planned manner the play, the way Swani's the other MS scored. It was superb match.
Absolutely. Ochi Babu, I want to know from you. CSK are going spoiling his chances by not bowling Dube. I think for the World Cup, you should make him bowl, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah,
what's the harm in
he should.
trying?
Yeah, he should be bowling. He has bowled in the domestic also and done pretty well. So I am also
Yeah,
a bit surprised that why he is not been tried out. So,
yeah,
if he had gone for runs, you have decided otherwise. But he has not been tried out at least. Could have been tried. And,
true.
and what Mr. Shakkar was saying is very true. You are giving seven bowlers a chance. So why not Dubey? And who has a potential really, and he has done well for in the domestic for the Bombay also in this season. So it's very surprising, quite surprising. And I am also surprised that somebody like Venkatesh Iyer, he has never been tried. He has bowled only one over so far for KKR, but he was also regarded as a batting all rounder. So he has never been tried out. So and Venkatesh Iyer is struggling with the bat. So what's the point in keeping Venkatesh Iyer when you have somebody like Manish Pandey sitting out? I'm not very sure what they are thinking about. So if you are not giving Venkateshaya a bowl and he is struggling, you can better go for Manish Pandey now. I am very sure.
The way Rohit Sharma has spoken about Kabir, about that impact player rule, I don't think next year it's going to stay in IPL. Looks like, because that was to specify some of the teams who are not doing well, that you can get a chance if your batting collapse happens, you get someone like an extra batsman quickly into the 11. That was the main thing to handle crisis. But it's probably, how do you see that sort of panning
Um,
out? Flesh out
I
the rule properly.
I actually like the rule, but I think that it could be changed a little. Maybe something
Just a
like
little.
every team being given an impact pair 5 times a season or something like that, so that the teams use them whenever they actually need to. But right now, it's causing the death of bowlers. Who'd want to be a bowler at this point? You're taking 5 wickets, you're taking 6 wickets, and you're still seeing someone like a Mahipal Lomror coming in as an impact player, or Dinesh Karthik coming in as an impact player. The other day, Joss Butler came as an impact player. I mean, it's bowlers can't do anything. The only way there is to stop batters from scoring these days is to take wickets, and with the depth of the batting lineup, it's out of their hands. I heard Siraj's interview the other day, and he didn't know whether to cry or laugh. I mean, he's just telling the interviewer that क्या करें हम आते हैं और मारने लग जाते हैं 6-7 विकेट लेने के बाद भी, and he's completely right. What can the bowlers do? So yeah, I think the rule could be tweaked a little. Um, but I actually do like the rule. It's just too much at the moment. It could be tweaked a little. Maybe teams could be given an impact substitute 4 or 5 times a season, something like that. It's one for the organizers to look at.
But Lucknow has all of a sudden got their mojo back. I mean, they're looking like quite a sight. They've always done that, and thanks to Gautam Gambhir for creating a base like that. And last 2 years, they played the knockout stages, and now again they're looking good in top four already. Mr. Vijit sir, what have you been doing with Lucknow? Are you feeding them some extra meal? What is why this burst of and they're doing it so well and beating Chennai back to back is not a joke. Let me tell you that at home in their backyard, it's becoming kind of a joke for Chennai. I mean, how will Chennai go all the way? We are all waiting. Dhoni will lift the cup for the sixth time, which Ambanis are also waiting for to happen. But I mean, this time it's you have to wait for one more year or so. But your thoughts? What have you been feeding? क्या खा के आए हो?
Nehari,
That kind
Nehari.
of a thing.
It is called Nehari and Galawati kebab, Tunde kebab. So anyway,
Ah,
but
ah.
look at the options
That's
today.
why Lucknow people are little fat.
No, not
That's why
like
Lucknow
you.
people are,
You eat buffalo fruits. So anyway,
this is fire in the belly. I know if you,
no, no.
I'm talking about fire in the belly. I mean, if you have so
If,
much of
the,
protein,
if a fat person like you should not barge into the net practices of youngsters. So all the Delhi people say that this guy comes and spoils everything. And what I'm trying to say is that look at the options today. Navjot Singh Sidhu is saying amongst all the young fast bowlers, Mohsin is the best. So if Mohsin is bowling the best bowler, he has the best potential. Of course, he had also went through operation and all that, and still they have an option of Mayank Yadav. In the moment he gets fit, he comes back. Then Vishnu is there. Pandya is there. Kunal Pandya is bowling well. So the batting is have full of depth, lots of all rounders. And if now the Stoinis is back in form, and the Puran, the Sampurna Puran, the way he's performing everywhere whenever is the requirement. He was also a very important factor. The 33 runs which is came and scored, that 70-run partnership between them, that was the most critical factor. He prepared the base for which it was easy for Stoinis to hit later on. So if you have so many options in front of the coach or of the dugout, then you can plan it. You can send somebody up the order. You can come somebody down, or like in spite of the fact. Look, two things you must observe. You must have observed. One observation that Padikkal has played 6 games and scored 36 runs, 36 to 38
sorry.
runs, and strike rate is 70. Yesterday also, it's appreciable. I'm not condemning that. It's appreciable that the team is backing him. Why he was doing knocking? He was trying to settle down, and then if he would have settled down, he would have started it. Like in the case of Yashasvi Jaiswal, he was not performing well. He came ultimately start. He's a class player and he scored a century. In this way, if franchise is backing him. Same way, if yesterday when it was required, one gamble was Marcus Stories. The other gamble was Huda. Huda was also not performing well, but Huda came and it took time to settle down. He gave opportunities
Blinder.
to Stories,
Played a
and
blinder.
then that played a blinder. Then if that proves that a franchisee, if he backs a player as per his potential, like who has not played well at all in this IPL, but he could have. We were saying why not Badoni? Instead of Badoni, they sent Huda. That is the way where the coach plays an important role, the captain plays an important role, and all the decisions which they took was a master stroke yesterday. So that was an easy sail through against the brain of Dhoni. That and I, of course, I cannot forget. If you ask me to compare, I'm not biased. If you ask me to compare a classy century compared to Stoinis made him win. We love to watch him, but the way Rituraj Gaikwad played, it was really classic. In T20 cricket also you can without
Winning shots.
hitting,
True.
without hitting shots,
Absolutely.
the shots he played, beautiful shots he played out in the cover, to the point, on the onside. It was not rampant hitting.
Onside is this
So
side.
uh, no, I'm sitting this side. Okay,
Uh-huh.
I am sitting like so. The way he played, so that also we should not forget. But ultimately, the other MS was the winner.
All right. Will you be worried if you are CSK, Mr. Madhuri?
Oh
You're
no, not
fifth.
at all. Not at all. Not at all. Things might go wrong someday, and I am sure they will have their assessment also and get back. But they are placed well now. Still now they are placed well. Nothing to. I mean, it's not the time to press the panic button till now. But yeah, they should be more worried about why they have leaked so many runs at their home. That is should be something that should be concerning. But with Dhoni over there, I think they will have their task done. They will go through it and have this rectified soon.
Probably teams should have been allowed to make their own pitches. Can you imagine stealing a win from MSD's own fortress? I mean, CSK's own fortress, Chepauk Stadium, earlier days. I remember there are teams got allowed for below 80 or 80 or something. RCB, CSK one match a long, long time ago. So yeah, I mean they have stopped, and Abhijit sir only informed us on cricket calling that how BCCI has taken over the preparation of the wicket. That's why no teams are complaining, no teams. But Kabir, the due factor is really unfair for the team batting first. I mean, you can't stop them. I mean, this we've seen it time and again. The due makes a lot of difference. We saw in Lucknow also. It was so easy peasy for KL Rahul later on. Dhoni scored some runs. Again, here, Dhoni scored some runs. I don't understand this trip also, but your thoughts, the due factor being really unfair to the team bowling second.
It is unfair, but it's always been there. 90s games they co-op. It used to be there back then as well, but like you said, the due factor is a huge factor, and I mean the outfield becomes really quick. The pitch flattens out a bit as well, and the team batting first. So the toss has obviously become a huge factor these days. But
Hmm.
yeah, the due factor has always been there, and teams have known how to handle it. I actually I've seen leg spinners and spinners bowling with a wet ball in their practice
In
sessions to
practice.
combat
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
the due. But if you use it properly, I mean, of course, it's an unfair advantage for the team batting second. But if you use it properly, it can aid you as well. It can give you a little reverse swing if your fast bowlers are good enough. But yeah, I feel like it's always been there, and I mean everyone knows it's always been there. So teams have always tried to combat it as well. So yeah, I mean it's a part of cricket, I feel,
All right.
especially
And
in the
and
summer.
yeah, I mean, to those who have joined, Kabir is also a junior cricket from Haryana. He's played under 14, 16, 19, all the, which is very, very commendable. Because junior cricket, a lot of people have, then he decided to quit at a very early, old age actually, whatever. Coming back to MS Dhoni's old age, what Abhijit sir, what is he trying to achieve by coming in the last phase of CSK's innings every time? Why can't he just walk in a little earlier? What do you think goes through his mind? He's batting so well. In one ball, you need little time to settle down. He just comes and wrecks it. It makes it so easy. And why can't he do it for his team? Come a little bit earlier, 16th over, 15th over. Why can't he do that? Why didn't you
Look,
call him?
look. The knee problem which is persisting with him. So he
All
cannot.
right.
He has to run through the. He's a very good runner between the wickets as well. You know that, and he takes swift singles as well. So and he
Yeah.
will be tempted to do that. So when you have that capacity and capability to do that, he will be tempted to do that. And if he makes extra efforts by the way he enjoys himself, so that's why for he's training the safeguards, training that safeguards, because ultimately he has to keep wickets behind also. So and it's better for him, I think, as far as hitting is concerned. Like he tried he was ready with the helicopter shot also yesterday, but he modified the shot and hit with 44. So he is the old Dhoni, better than the old Dhoni that people were saying, that the finisher. So he's playing the role of the finisher, and that's why he's coming down the order. If required, he'll come in. He will
I,
come
I,
2 3 overs,
I
but
I
he
won't
he
see him
will he
finishing
cannot
again.
become he cannot. No, he cannot. He cannot become Rishabh Pant. That will come off all of a sudden. Rishabh Pant has the potential to come the opening and come and play
All
the
right.
opening slot and number one slot. He has fixed a slot for himself. That okay, I will play the role of a finisher. I will come and hit few sixes, few fours, and for 4 or 5 balls, and complete my responsibility for the team. So that
Absolutely.
every responsibility when MS is there, every responsibility is assigned. Look, you must have observed the way when Puran and Stoinis was hitting, he went while that he was being hit. Shardul Thakur, he didn't go to Shardul Thakur. He went to Pathirana. He was explaining to Pathirana in between while the bowler was going back to his mark that how to bowl. And the next over, Puran got out. So that is
Yes, that's
he plans
yeah, yeah.
in advance. So
But you also
he has a very
understand. You
planned
also
role to.
understand the plight of old age. I'm sure
No, no,
about it. You
no.
explained
You
it
are
so
far
well.
older than that.
No, no, no.
I don't play with a band-aid. I know my limitations. So I go and play. If I play badminton also, I don't use
But
my
why I
bandaging
asked
and
about
stuff.
Moniz, you're saying, yeah, and you explained it very well, actually. I mean, I appreciate that. But
Hmm. You should realize
coming back
that.
to no, it could be, and it's not a curse, of course. It's enjoying. You can just settle down like Abhijita is doing. But Mr. Archivan Radhari, who is going to be the players to watch out for tonight? Delhi versus Gujarat.
It will always be the two captains. It will
All
be
right,
a battle within a battle, I will say. So it will
all right.
be, of course, Shubman Gill versus Rishab Pant, and the way they two will feature today, I think that will
Yeah.
also dictate the terms of the match greatly today. No doubt about that.
I mean, before we wrap the show, Kabir, Gujarat, the way it is, they have beaten a side like Rajasthan. So they have it in them. But what do you think they need more to sort of break into that
There,
top four?
I think their Afghani spinners need to step up. Rashid
All
Khan,
right.
Noor.
Neerav.
The, yeah,
Noor.
Rashid Khan has been doing decently in the last 2 or 3 games, but we haven't seen the old Rashid yet. With Noor Ahmed, young spinner, inexperienced, but bowled very very well in the last game. I think yeah, they need to step up. Their spin lineup is actually very very good, and if then also Rahul Tewatia, the way he played last game, I think yeah, their finishers and their spin bowling lineup, I think they need to step up because they have the potential to do so. And with their spin bowling lineup, I think it could be one of the best in the tournament if they perform to their potential.
All right. We're going to straight go to that 11, top 11 picks for tonight's game. Guys who are playing. I didn't estimate Marcus Stoinis playing that sort of a knock yesterday. Whatever. But this is our top picks: Shubman Gill, Sai Sudarshan, Jake Fraser, Sai Hope, Rishab Pant, Kristen Stubb, Ashar Patel, Rashid Khan, Kuldeep, Mohit Sharma, and Khalil Ahmed. This is the top 11 picks. Guys who are playing fantasy cricket probably will get a few tips or so from this 11 what we have made. Uh, Hopefully, it'll be helping you. Thanks, gentlemen. Abhijit sir, Mr. Madhuri, and Kabir
And
for
very
coming on
happy
the show.
birthday to Sachin Tendulkar.
Oh, all right. Today,
Yeah,
all right.
today is
Very
Sachin's
happy
birthday.
returns.
So
He's 50 plus.
same years, same age
Yeah.
as yours.
And you're 60 plus. You're 60 plus.
No,
Sachin is
not
50
yet,
plus.
not yet.
Acha,
No,
all right. Sorry, I'm
you are
sorry about
it,
that. But
that
thanks,
is the
Abhijit sir.
that is the at par score with you.
All right. All right. On a serious note, thanks a lot for coming on the
Thank
show.
you.
And we hope we get a good game tonight. And keep watching Cricket Calling. See you there. Thank you for watching.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye bye.